Mr. Carson, you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
I want to see the video. State,
Seriously.
you have it?
Your Honor, we can pull it up if
Okay.
the court hasn't previously seen it.
I saw little bits and pieces at one of the court sessions, but it was a bit premature because we were not at the stage we are right now. Will this cause you some problems, ma'am, to view the video?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do have some of the video from online if you would like to see that.
I'm not sure. I'm not concerned about the source, but can you, whatever you have, let's see it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to, oh, you're sharing your screen. Okay.
Can you all see what's on the screen?
Okay.
All right, Your Honor, I'm going to play the video off YouTube.
Do you really need this? What do you want to do? Post it for you? How about that? I think I'll get real close to you and pop on you then. How's that? Asshole. Let's go.
Oh my. So that's what you said, a double flip?
I believe that's what they call it, Your Honor.
Okay. All righty. State, you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Carson?
No questions, Your Honor. I do have a bit of argument.
So state, what is your recommendation? Do you have one?
Your Honor, the state had previously made a recommendation to this court, and that will remain the state's recommendation today. There hasn't been a material change in any facts or circumstances to warrant any change in that recommendation. I believe it was an adjudication of guilt, probation to complete anger management, no victim contact, no return to Pier 1, a mental health evaluation, any community service the court wishes to impose, and obviously for Ms. Sprague to be reimbursed for the cost of that COVID test.
Mr. Carson?
Yes, sir.
What concerns me, so the reason why I'm telling you these things is so if you want to touch on them in your summation, you feel free. A common theme with the witnesses is that this was so out of character for her. This wasn't the person that we know. I've heard that over and over again. And it was a spur of a moment, but I'm hearing from the victim that this went on just 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I thought it was just this whole interaction only took place in about 5 seconds, but this whole tirade took place at least 15 minutes. And also she shot a double bird, walked over to her. And until now, I didn't realize when she coughed, the lady actually felt wetness. And also she threatened to yell and raise her voice in the store to the extent that every customer in the store heard her. Also concerns me is that when the letter she wrote, she talked about what impact it had on her children and her family. And I understand the impact it had on.
I'm still in the sentencing hearing.
It had on the children. They didn't create this problem, and the husband didn't create this problem. And she talked about how it changed her world, and she's getting the nasty grams on Facebook and things of that nature, and they can't go to the country club or wherever, can't play soccer. I get that, but I've yet to see any expression or a significant expression on her regret about the impact it had on the victim in this case. The lady had surgery, she's had cancer. Now I'm finding out that she has these children who had some issues, potentially. They may have had compromised immune system. So I'm not hearing, I didn't hear much about your client's concern for the actual victim in this case. She talked about how how much she suffered and her family has suffered, but I haven't heard about the potential deadly impact this could have had on the victim. Not only because of COVID, but someone who has cancer and a compromised immune system, and you add the children aspect, it could have been deadly consequences. So I hadn't heard any mention of any of that. And in fact, I'm shocked to know that the victim, this is the first time she heard that the accused had taken the COVID test and it was negative. You would think that would have been something maybe she would have wanted to get to the victim as soon as possible. Anyway, and this COVID is a reality. Over 500,000 people have died as a result of COVID and COVID complications. It started out, it says the doctors and the experts, the medical providers said, in no time flat, all of us will know someone who was affected by COVID. Then it changed to now everyone in this country will know someone who succumbed and passed as a result of COVID. Across the country, Florida, even in my courtroom, in the courthouse, we've lost people. My bailiff lost, everyone in this household had COVID, and he lost his wife and his mother-in-law to COVID. So and not to mention, even if she didn't have COVID, she had a compromise. This is so anyway, those are my thoughts. So I'll let you talk about it in your summation. And I saw in the letter she mentioned that she was protective of her children, what, 15 minutes, and the children, the victim said, were not in the vicinity, or they were happy-go-lucky doing something at a different location. Also, I heard she said she was concerned about social media and things of that nature. And I heard her say, here, let me give you something to put on social media in so many words. So anyway, all right, so Mr. Carson.
Yes, Your Honor.